Hi, this is Brandon with the Art of Self-Alignment, and I'm here to talk to you today about how to squat to prevent knee and low back pain, as well as common solutions to common faults, and how to squat to improve your snatch and clean and jerk in the Olympic lifts. Here we go. So we have Coach Lauren Young here from Marvelous CrossFit, and she's going to be demonstrating our back squat common solutions and faults today. So we're going to go and have Lauren get underneath the bar, and she's going to unrack like she would for a normal back squat. And when she comes back, she's going to bias the weight towards her heels, and typically people will feel low back pain or experience that when they push their weight back. It engages your low back and your hamstring and your posterior chain muscles. And the other bias is pushing your weight towards your toes. And what that leads to, or can lead to, is some knee pain, overloading of the knees, and just past too much. So the solution is to go and squat on your midfoot. So she's going to have a slight bend in her knees and a slight lean forward, and the weight's going to be on her midfoot, slightly back towards the heels. And so that engages both her hamstrings and her quads, as well as her trunk muscles. So that way, too much pressure is not on the low back or the knees. And when she's done, she just go ahead and walk it in. So another common fault is having the torso too upright. And what happens is the musculature in their body isn't active, and most of the bones and the tendons and ligaments are holding all the load. So one thing that can happen is some people push their hips back too far with locked knees, and they also will just push their hips too far forward, known as lazy hips. So, and another fault is people death gripping the bar. You want to actually relax your hands so that your trunk carries most of the weight. So Lauren's going to go ahead and relax her hands. With a slight lean forward of the torso, that's going to turn her trunk musculature on. Slight bend of the knees is going to turn the quad musculature on, as well as her calves, and her weight's on her midfoot. So she's going to go ahead and do 3 squats here, just to parallel, and then come on back. Excellent. Good. One more. And this torso position carries over well to the snatch and the clean and jerk. Go ahead and walk it in. As well as just normal daily life, known as the athletic position. Another common fault that you'll see is disengagement of the hip flexor or the abdominal musculature. And you can tell typically when somebody starts by pushing their butt back first and then bending the knees second. So what that does is that loads up the low back. And so what she wants to do after her 3rd rep here is instead she's going to have that athletic position with a slight bend in the knees, weight on the midfoot, hips slightly back and torso lean forward with relaxed hands, and then she's going to go ahead and pull down using her hip flexor muscles, pulling down to the earth and using her quad muscles. So that's the last common fault and solution. So when we talk about knee position in our squat, what you're going to notice is so Lauren's going to take her athletic position with a slight bend in the knees and leaning forward just a little bit with relaxed hands, weight in her midfoot. And you'll notice that her knees are going to stay what's called neutral. So she's just going to push her knee forward as she squats and just to parallel. Good. And if she could just exaggerate by pushing the knees out, that's kind of out of alignment. And then when she squats, she's also going to let her knees come in. So she wants to find that balance just right, what's called neutral knee. So imagine pulling the knees forward and then pushing them back, and that's it. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I wanted to thank Coach Lauren for helping out here today, and you can check her out on Instagram, and you can also see the information in the description. If you have any comments or...
Okay, sorry.
Thanks for joining us, and I hope you found the video informative. And I wanted to thank Coach Lauren here for helping us out today. And if you want to check her out on Instagram, you can see her information in the description below. And thank you very much for joining us. Awesome job today.
What am I supposed to do?
Just walk away. Well, high five anyway.
Okay.
Good job.